All that's left now are the coloring of the feathers on the crown and the background. And I just want to show you a picture that has inspired me in the coloring of this crown. You can see it here on my phone. It's from one of the tombs in the Valley of the Kings, the Nefertari picture, and you can clearly see this vulture crown. One of the female goddesses, I can't remember which, was depicted as a vulture, and you can see here that they had made a crown of gold with the feathers hanging down on the hair, and then they had stylized feathers made of gold also. And if you look at this is a replica of the crown, and you can see that the gold and the feathers are quite dark, also darker than what I have in the Luminance range. So I want to use my new colors, and this will also be a part of my review of the Derwent Inktense color pencils, watercolor pencils. So I recently made an unboxing, swatching, and my first impressions, and you can see here that we have some lovely darker golden colors. We have the sienna gold and the golden yellow. So I want to use these colors for the feathers in the crown, and then I will pick some other colors for the background. I have chosen the sienna gold as my darkest color, as you can see here, and the Sicilian yellow, and then the golden yellow. And I think I want to start with the sienna gold. When you look at these crowns, you can see that the feathers are darkest here. So I'm just going to lay some dark color here to begin with. And also where the other feathers are covering each other, we have to have some dark. I'm really excited about this and dreading it a little bit because I haven't tried this before. So I don't know how this will turn out. As you can see, some of these feathers will be quite dark compared to the others. And some will be more bright and light. It's difficult to see if there is a feather there. We have here and here and here. Well, there should be a feather here, although I can't see it. Otherwise it wouldn't make sense if there was a big gap suddenly at the top. So this, when the water is added, would be this color. And Sicilian yellow would be a natural choice to make where the feathers are small. Perhaps there is some shadow and you can't see a lot of them, and this would be for the feathers who are big and really exposed to the light, I think. So Sicilian yellow. Boy, this is really exciting. Also, this will be my first real test of these Derwent Inktense color pencils, watercolor pencils. You can see here more of the feathers are exposed to the light, so we have to leave room for the golden yellow. Oh, I think there should have been some shadow over here. And then the golden yellow. Yeah, it looks a bit off right now, but it's not the same color as it will be when the water is blended with the color pigments. It should be a completely different result, I hope. Oh, this is difficult when you have a motive in a coloring book and it goes right to the binding. It's much easier if you have a motif like this where it's just, there's enough room out to the binding of the page. Well, I'm not sure that I should lay down any color, perhaps just a little bit of gold here in the ends. And I will probably have to add some shadow when it's dry, I think. Well, here goes nothing, I think. I could use my Tombow water brushes, like this one. Keep forgetting I have zoomed in, and this one. Can't remember which one of them is the. Oh, this is the finest. Yeah. Perhaps it's just me, but I think that it's easier to work with a brush and water instead of these. It's probably just me. Well, I am not sure. I think that this number 8 perhaps is too big. I will just give it a go. So I add some water to my brush from the water I have here in my glass jar, and I have some paper towel next to me so there won't be too much water on the pencil, but it shouldn't be dry either. So here we go. I think there was too much water. I have to clean it. Oh my gosh, I think I need a... Oh, yikes, I think I need a smaller pencil. But you can see the difference from this part of the feathers to these. I have just added some water here. A beautiful blend, actually. If I turn off my lamp, does it look different? But you can clearly see it. I know the light of my lamp changes the way the picture looks, but I have to have the lamp when I'm coloring, or else I don't have enough light. I will just try a little more here. So beginning with the dark and out toward the end of the feather. Yeah, it works. Perhaps it would be easier if I was left-handed. You can see how I do each individual feather for itself. There was a little bit of a spill here. I will have to use a very, very fine brush when I'm doing the background. I can clearly see that. And I don't know which color background I want. But let me see here. See here, when I start with the dark area, I draw the color a bit out. And if I begin with the tip of the feather, the bright color is drawn inwards. And you can see here where I had colored a brighter color. Was it the Sicilian or the golden yellow? You can see it's brighter here than there. So in some areas the shadowing really works. You can see here with these feathers that I draw the dark color upwards and then it mixes with the golden. Well, they really blend easily with water, these pigments. And when you haven't added a powerful layer, a big thick layer, it's really easy to work with the light layering of the colors. It's much easier to dissolve the pigments with the water. I have to be careful here with the binding. You can see here where I have added the golden yellow, it gets much more golden, whereas the colors down here are more discreet. But I think I should have colored the sienna gold in a thicker layer It's a bit too light, but I will just have to add some shadow when I'm done. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Remember, not too much water, or things will go completely sideways. Also, and I didn't mention this in the beginning, I have added 3 or 4 layers of paper, just normal printing paper, underneath this page, not just to protect it from when I use the color pencils, but especially when you work with water. So the pages are quite thick in Hanna Karlzon's book, so I'm not so worried about it bleeding through, but just in case, it's better to have some paper underneath it. Yeah, I think that was it with this side of the crown. Just rinse my pencil, and then I'm going to remove the water so I don't get water all over the place, and I'm not going to be using my flat brush. I am going to add when it's dry. It's already a bit dry here, but out here still wet, to add some more shadow. Perhaps I should color this one more time and then add another layer of water. I'm not sure, but anyway, this is how you do it. I'm actually quite satisfied. I think that the blending was okay. It went a lot better than I had thought. I probably should have practiced with the background before I just jumped right into the fillers, but I think it worked out. So I'm going to do the other side, and then you can just see it. Yeah, the same way. As you can see here, the feathers are finished, and I need some more shadowing, but I think that I will do it when it's all dry up. I also need to color the background and then add some finishing touches. I still need some gold on the crown, at the edges. So I will let this dry, and then I will add the background and the finishing touches on this drawing. so now it's just time for the finishing touches. I'm going to add some more shadow here. I think with a color pencil I'm going to use the pencil Sparkle Pop Gold for the edges of the crown, and I'm also going to use a blue pencil Sparkle Pop for these gems, and for these blue areas in the crown I'm going to use this Moon Dust Jelly Roll from Sakura. It's dark blue, and I'm going to use this sort of dark turquoise, also Jelly Roll Stardust, for the pearls in her crown. The coloring is finished now, and as I said in the beginning of this tutorial, this is my way to show how you can handle one of Hanna Karlzon's drawings in Tales from the Forest Kingdom. Some of them are quite complex, and this is the result. With my desk lamp on, you can clearly see all of this gold and glitter I have added to the edges of all the details in the crown and in the necklace and the gems, and around the red gems I have colored with a red glitter gel pen. It's not as bright as the gold, and you can see around these blue areas they're supposed to be lapis lazuli. I have colored with the dark blue glitter gel pen. You can see that there is some glimmer, and around these larger gems with the blue pencil sparkle pop glitter gel pen, and all of the pearls I used a dark turquoise glitter gel pen, and around the pearls I've also added some glitter. So lots of glitter on this one. And if I then turn off my desk lamp, you can see here, especially here, I added some more shadowing to the feathers, and we also have here, I am actually quite pleased with the skin. So it's dark but still with some highlights in the skin, and I added some gold in her eyes. I'm also satisfied with the way I colored the skin. The cheekbones here, I think they are a bit enhanced like I wanted them to, and a little bit of makeup but not too much. I think that the lips are very red, but I wanted them to pop out and not be too pale. So I think that worked actually quite well. And then there's the hair. I didn't want a lot of white highlights in her hair. I know you can do that when you draw and color black hair. You can add a lot of grays and whites, but I wanted it to be more bluish in the color, and I think it works very nicely. And when you have followed the tutorial, you know that it's just a matter of breaking a complex page down. The crown, the centerpiece here, then the crown, then the necklace, the gems, the hair, the feathers, the background, the skin, the face, and details in the end. So if you divide it into smaller bits and take one bit at a time, it's not difficult to color in Hanna Karlzon's books. So this is one way of doing it. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. I enjoyed making it, and I learned a few things during the tutorial, amongst other things, how I use my Derwent Inktense, and that the result is really, really nice. I think it's better than I could have accomplished with colored pencils. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you want to watch other tutorials. There is a review of the Derwent Inktense coming in a few weeks when I have practiced some more with them, and more tutorials both for practice colorists and for beginner colorists. Happy coloring. Bye.